Hello again. So, it's a month and a bit later, and I've been asked to do a panto. Oh no, you haven't? Oh yes, I have. My first panto in, gotta be 3 years. Gotta be 3 years because of COVID and the lockdown and what have you. And so I went to visit the group, and they're all very, very nice, and they're over in Hemel Hempstead. So I have the script, I have access to the drive with all the songs on it. They're so organised. And this weekend I'm going to be reading the script onto MP3, slotting the songs in, and then starting to listen to that for the next 6 weeks or so before I start translating it. And it's going to be fun. It's Aladdin, with all of the politics that are going to go into that, I'm sure. But the songs are all sort of upbeat pop songs, and it's going to be great, I think. I really love Panto. Oh no, you don't? Oh yes, I do. So I'm really looking forward to that. But this week, the lady who is directing the Panto, she is choreographer, director, that she has a lot of involvement with groups around this area. And she told a group in St Albans, darling, about me. And they emailed me this week and said, look, I know it's late notice because it's mid-September now, getting towards the latter end of September. I know it's late notice, but we're doing Shrek mid-November. Would you be interested? Like, oh my god, yes, for 3 reasons. First of all, I really liked Shrek. I really enjoyed doing it, and I thought my interpretation of it was pretty good, actually. Second was, there are a few things in it that I've thought about afterwards that I would change, so now I get the chance. And the third reason is I've never worked with this group before, and they sound like fun. So yeah, and I already know it. All I've got to do is tweak the little bits that I wasn't too happy with last time, and then do it with a whole new group. Yes, the choreography is going to be different, and the stage direction is going to be different, but they're not doing it till mid-November, so I've got 2 months to deal with that. So I'm going to go over and see them this weekend and say hello and introduce myself and do all of that sort of thing. So yeah, things are looking up. And the group that I did Kips for have asked me back to do the Addams Family next March. So it looks like I'm going to be busy for the next few months. Now, the thing about the Panto, going back to the Panto, is that I'm on holiday for 10 days during the period where they're tightening up the show, doing the tech and the dress rehearsal. So I'm doing the show on the 11th of December, but I'm on holiday till the 6th. So I don't get a tech and I don't get a dress rehearsal. So it's going to be pants-wettingly terrifying. But hey, never mind, we'll cope with it. It'll be fine. Amber, who is the director, she has seen me in action. She knows what I need, and I've spoken to the guy who's the stage manager, and he knows what I need. So I've just got to trust them to do what they do and hope it's not a disaster. But if it is, it is. You know, it's all a learning curve for everybody. So that's where we're up to at the moment. Yeah, fun times, eh? And it just goes to show what I was saying in an earlier video about networking. You only need to know one person who knows 2 people, and those 2 people know 2 people, and it's kind of like a backwards pyramid scheme. But instead of taking money off of impressionable middle-aged white ladies, instead you're actually putting your name out there and getting the work for yourself, but also getting signed performances out there for a deaf audience, and that's what it's all about. Talking of deaf audiences, next week I'm going over to the theatre where we did Kips to become a volunteer, because if then they have signed performances and they have deaf people in the audience that I'm not doing the signed performance for, at least they'll know that they've got somebody front of house to ask questions to, or to make comments to, in their own language. So that's going to be exciting, I think. And of course, that will then put me in touch with other theatre groups, so it's a win-win for everybody. So it's exciting news, and I've spoken 20 times to the dozen because my dishwasher's going in the background. You can probably just hear that and not me. Oh, what a relief. So I am now going to go down into town to get some proper green nail varnish because the last try was a disaster, and revisit Shrek today, get the script for the Panto and the songs onto MP3 in order so I can start listening to that on my treadmill, on my bike, when I go out for a walk for the next 6 weeks before I translate that. And by the time I start translating it, Shrek will be done. So the two will sort of dovetail into each other. I've done 2 shows back to back, where I've done one show and then another, and then the second performance of this one, and it was a nightmare because they were both Dick Whittington. It was just confusing as hell. So don't like doing that. But in this case, because I already know Shrek and I only have to tweak a few bits and just practice it, and I've got 2 months to do that, the Panto I can give a whole 3-month run at and make that the best Panto that I can. Oh no, you won't.